Hello again everyone. Today I'm at End Fishery again. It's looking pretty good at the moment. The sun's out. Not many clouds about. What clouds there is about, they're high in the sky. I've seen a couple of fish moving on the inside. My intention today is cast out against the island here. So now I go with a method feeder, something I don't use that often. I'm going to start off with that and I'll fish against the island for maybe an hour or so, but all the time I'll be having a look on the inside as well, on the margins. I've already put a couple of 4 mils on the inside. I have got micro pellets with me, 2 mils. So there's a nice little bowl of them ready to go in as well. I'll be using them probably in the method feeder. And then what I'm going to do is just put the odd 4 mil pellet in the method feeder and fish with a 6 mil on the band, because it's going to be a banded hook that I'm going to cast out with against the island. Again, I have to thank you all for subscribing to the channel. Guys, I'm in almost straight away on the method feeder, so at the moment I haven't got a clue what this is. It feels like a carp, but if it is, it doesn't feel a particularly big one. It's coming in. At the moment, this sort of what I'll do is I'll knock you off and I'll put you round so you can see where. Right, so I'm out here, I'm not that far out, connected with a carp which I haven't seen as yet. I'm presuming it's a carp anyway, but if there's anything else, it's quite a tidy fish. Small carp. Right. So after a very short time on the method feeder, I brought a carp in, which is, I got in the landing net there, it's about 4.5 pound in weight. So I have weighed it. I'm using that weight right fitting that I've got attached to my landing net handle and the landing net itself. It fits in between them. When I've shown you the carp, I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. It's got like little digits on it, and it weighs up to 19 pound in weight. So you don't have to get any scales out with that unless it's a massive fish. You can just weigh it actually in the landing net. Water. There you go, guys. Okay guys, you got a bite off that one that time. So this is my second fish, and it's a carp again on the method feeder. So this fish is a lot better fish than the first one. I don't know what it weighs yet, sorry, but because I expanded you so you could have a look at the tip of my feeder rod. That's the fish now in the net at its proper size. So I'll get the hook out, weigh it, and then I'm going to release it. It's on the carp mat at the moment, so it's just a matter of releasing it now. So I'll knock you off to do that. So the fish comes in at £9. I don't know how you can make that out. It actually says £9 on there. So I'm just about to release the fish. So to do that, I'll pick you up and I'll show you me releasing the fish now. So he's in the edge now. There's the fish in the net. I'll just rest him up a bit because he's been out the water. When he starts kicking a bit, I'll release the fish then rather. So up to now, that's 2 fish for £13 in weight. So the aerator has been on this morning, so that's created a bit of oxygen in the water. There's a lot of trees in this fishery anyway, so they do have like quite a bit of cover, especially along the edges, and that's probably where I'm going to fish now, because where I intend to fish in between the 2 pipes where I fished on previous time, I had a really good day that time as well. One of the better days I've had down at Land's End. The sun is on that now, and that's sort of the time when I like to fish it, when the sun gets on it. So I'll probably be coming in on the margin pole shortly, but at the moment I'm going to have a little go more with the feeder, because you know the fish are there at the moment, so I might as well see if I can catch a few more fish. So shortly I'll be letting this carp go. He's had a rest now, so that's gone. So guys, the rod I'm using for the method feeder is the Monster Extreme, and that's a distance feeder. If anything, it's a bit too long for on here on the Land's End Fishery, because there's too many trees all around basically, and it makes it difficult then to cast out towards the island. But ideally I've got it for fishing on the River Wye. So I wanted to test it out today, and I have done. You know, it's caught me a couple of carp. I'm still going to continue with that fishing for the time being, but I have been like starting to heavily feed. Say that again. I have started to heavily feed on the inside margin in between those 2 pipes, like I said. But I have got some prawns with me, and before I go in that inside margin between the pipes, I'm going to go on the left hand side of me and fish with a prawn. I'm not going to put any loose feed around it whatsoever. I'm just going to see what happens, because it caught me a fish the last time I fished down here in a different swim. It's down by where the aerator is on this one specimen lake, and just out of the blue I thought I'll try a prawn, put it in the side, and it went away. So I'm going to try that again today. But it's going to be earlier on. It was the last knock-ins, literally just before I was about to go home. And as it happened as well, the camera was just on its last legs, and it caught the fish, but it didn't capture me holding it properly. But there we go. Anyway, so I'm going to knock you off again, and then I'm going to sort out this method feeder again, because the hook's become detached somewhere along the line. The hook length is on it, but I don't know where the hook is at the moment. So So that's the third fish, guys. It's not as big as it looks in the net because I've got it zoomed in so you can pick the float up in between the two pipes. But it's probably, well, I can actually weigh it. I don't think it's that much. Oh, it's a pound fish. So I'll reposition you and I'll put that skimmer bream back. So guys, this time it's a small perch. There you go. Like again, I've got you zoomed in. I'll zoom you back out so you can see what it actually looks like. That's better. There you go, guys. Only a little one, but that took a large piece of luncheon meat. So, bit of a strange one. If it, you know, but they have got quite big mouths, perch have anyway. So guys, the fish from that last bite took me right along the bank. I did think it was a very big fish, but it turns out it's a carp of 5 pound because it was hooked in the fin. So I'm quite pleased that I caught it actually, because they're quite difficult when they're caught in the fin. Usually it pulls out, but this one didn't. So I've just had another one on a pellet, guys. I'm gonna weigh it now. Right, this fish comes in at 8 pound. So again, I'll do what I did last time. I'll swing you around and I'll show you in the landing net. Just have to turn you around a sec. Okay guys, there's the fish in the net. Try and get that bit away from you. There you go. Not bad looking fish. 8 pound in weight. Caught on the Preston Edge Monster margin pull. And with a 8mm fish meal pellet. So when I started off, I fished with a method feeder. That was quite good. It was better than what I thought it was going to be, actually. I could have stayed on it, but you know, you're just looking at that tip all the time, and it's a bit more interesting when you're looking at the float. I had a nice carp on it. It was about 9. The other one was about 5. So they were better fish. They were further out, definitely. But saying that, I've had an 8-pound one on the inside now, and I think the other one was about 4. I'll have to look back on that, so I'm not sure what that was, but I'm going to go on the prawns now this time. There you go, guys. Whatever that is, it's a tidy fish. It's the second time we've come down here now and had a fish on a prawn. I haven't got a fish in yet, so just woke up a bit, definitely. So he's gone out here at the moment, guys. I'm down to my top kit, so it's taken quite a bit of elastic out at the moment. It's an indication of something not too bad. Looks like not a bad fish at all, actually. That's the one part I don't like, is when they come to the surface, sometimes they can manage to flick it off. Right guys, he's in the net. So I'm just going to weigh that fish I just showed you. It's a fish just over 8 pounds, so I'm going to put that back in, and I was caught on a prawn. So guys, there's the prawn. Nice sized prawn, as you can see. I've got one of those bayonets on here. I pushed the bayonet through on the one side, and then I've pushed the hook through on the other. So I'll turn you round. So the prod's just about to go in, guys. See what happens with it. So I've come off the prawn and I'm on a piece of luncheon meat. It's probably about a 12 mil piece of luncheon meat, quite a big piece. Excuse me. So Gary Anderson's assistant has had to do some maintenance work which involved strimming like all the plants etc. on the side of the water, and strimming the grass as well. And this has led to a lot of this you know, leaves etc. and grass entering the water, and this fish, which is a nice mirror, is covered in it. It's right through my swim at the moment. It's absolutely plastered the water, but the fish are underneath, so it's not an issue anyway. So you have to do the work, the guy did anyway. So I'll weigh the fish with a couple of leaves, which, you know, if they come to an ounce, I'm not worried about that. So the fish comes in at £7. Nice common. So one last look at the fish. There you go. A nice common, £7 in weight. The tail's a bit folded up on itself there. There you go. I'm holding the camera now, so it's not a really great angle. There she blows, nice £7 carp. So I'll put that back in now, guys. So I'm fishing about 4 meters out from the edge, and you know, sort of going more towards the middle part of the lake now, and that's primarily to keep away from the small perch and the skimmers. You know, there's nothing to say you're not going to catch them when I'm fishing now, but I just got it in my mind I need to come away from there because there seems to be quite a lot of small fish. So with that common, that's taken me up to a grand total of 42 pound at the moment, so it's going quite well, and I'm going to go back in and see if I can catch another one. See you soon, guys. Right, so this fish, guys, one of those nice orange finned commons. I was hooked in the tail. That gave me a tremendous battle. So I'm going to weigh it and then I'll put it back in. So that fish comes in at 7 pound. So she's just about to go back in now. This fish is 7 pound, a lovely common. Nice orange fins on it. That's just about to go back in the water. Try and show you the release. It's not so easy because I'm holding the camera and I've got the fish in the landing net at the same time. So there's the fish. That's probably the best looking fish of the day, that one was as well. Lovely common with orange fins. So that's gone back in now, nicely. Right, so that common, didn't even know he was on recording then, so that common gave me a tremendous battle, and I hooked it, and it's only a 7 pound fish, hooked cleanly in the tail, and it just bombed off, left, right. You'd have sworn it was a fish of 20 pound, I just said. It just made the right performance, and then of course, because it was hooked in the tail, when I got it closer in, it just kept burrowing down all the time onto the bottom until it eventually wore itself out, and then it came in, and I took my time this time. I buried the landing net underneath the water because one of my first encounters of hooking a carp in the backside, I put the net in too early and it just touched the line and it flipped off. So I have foul hooked a couple of fish today, but I haven't lost any at all up to now, so that's good. And they've all gone back nicely, no injuries to the fish, none the worse for wear, barbless up as always. So there you go, guys. I'll go on my click counter now. Another 7 pound to go on. £50, guys. So now it's starting to get a bit interesting because, you know, that's quite a good day by anyone's standing. And it's £50 of fish. You'll take any time, but if I can get a few more, it's going to be even better. But as always, the time is against me. it's come up to 4:25, and I did say to the guy around about six-ish, I'd be coming away from this. I didn't come down here too early. I didn't see the point in that. But I was, it was a reasonable time. We started down here about 8:30, say. And then time I messed around setting up all my gear, it was 9 o'clock. And there's been no rushing. I've been like messing around with the camera, going on method feeder as you've seen. I've changed over floats. I've changed from a banded hook with a pellet on the band, and one of those bayonets that's attached to the hook again, and that's what I was using for the luncheon meat. So a few different methods, but it's accounted for fish here and there, and yet again I caught one on the prawn. So right, I'm gonna knock you off again, guys. So this fish, guys, common, which happens to be perfectly hooked, that one for the change, right in the mouth on an 8mm pellet. So I'll weigh him, and then he's going back in then. So the last fish came in at £7, guys. Nice common, and that gives me a grand total of £57. So that's a nice day's fishing for me, and I'll be making my way back home now to Cardiff.